Dr. Alvis Nocturni dedicates his life to studying dreams.
There are disappearances that make noise, screams, sirens, faces printed badly in the newspapers, and then there are those that are not heard. A window that stays closed, a flower that withers, a voice that stops calling forever. I'll take care of those. Those that no one notices until they become dreams. My name is MECRE, at least here they call me that. Maybe because of the pipe. But I never light the pipe. I like to think of the smoke that is not there if there is a place where I pass every morning.
It is.
Giuseppina's Pizzeria, she has known me since before I started looking for things, let's say, missing.
Do you have a case, or did you just put salt in your coffee?
She gave me this name. She says I remind her of a French character, one on television, but it seems that I don't wear a hat and that the pipe never lights it. Nobody really investigates. Here you observe, and if you have enough patience, something. Here it comes. He recognizes a person who carries a memory that is too heavy. He never moves completely. Stay there, in balance between now, then. She was sitting at the bus stop, but she wasn't expecting anything.
He was my beloved brother who vanished mysteriously back in 1977.
They could never locate it again, but yesterday I caught a glimpse of it. A face embedded on a wall, untouched by time. Unaged, unchanged.
I'm not certain if they're insane, but I brought this photograph to you. You have the ability to notice peculiar things, and sometimes images unveil truths when faces and time don't align or reconcile.
Nope.
It's unprecedented for anyone to claim spotting a departed soul strolling among us. Rarely do I witness such phenomena myself. Certain Naples alleys reinvent themselves daily. Fresh posters, new graffiti overlaying what's erased, and voices fading overnight. Yet there was this impossible face affixed to that wall, my brother's face, untouched yet detached from time. The portrait seemed etched straight from the memory of someone who's endlessly awaited his return. The eyes, those haunting eyes, looked back as if they sensed my gaze. Isn't it odd how things you can't grasp have this pull? The moment replays like she's trying to remind me who I could have been, or perhaps who I failed to become. Then suddenly you vanish, like the smoke wafting from my pipe, like moments slipping by when you no longer pursue them. Some days conclude silently. You return to familiar grounds, treading the same paths with unchanged features. Yet the spirit of the air shifts. It's saturated by those long departed.
The brother, no. Is he back?
A face manifesting inexplicably, carrying whispers of a name, doesn't provide answers. Yet it lingers, keeping you restless, unwilling to let go.
The dream does not create. It is like an archive, data that emerge from nothing and recombine to be remembered.
There are nights when footsteps make more noise than thoughts, those when nothing happens, but you feel that something has already moved.
Good morning, Naples. The sky appears hesitant, but as we know, the sun always shines. Perhaps after a few words with the mayor, who is treating everyone to fried pizza today.
They call it melancholy, but I see it as memory. Memories often accompany us like secrets in their pockets. She was beautiful, but of that beauty that makes one think of mysteries, not dreams. She told me someone was spying on her, and it wasn't the first time. Nope.
For the first time, I noticed someone following me, and this time it wasn't law enforcement. It felt far more sinister.
In her shop, every object seemed to be waiting for someone. She instead seemed to search among the finds, among the files, among the folds of time. And of the net, he showed me an ancient Byzantine medallion.
Last night I found this on a deceased man. It was concealed behind an empty string, emerged unexpectedly and solidified, certainly unnatural.
And I recognized that red-haired woman nearby.
Not at all, in any case.
He spoke, he did not ask, but he held the same locket in his hand, as if he wanted to give me something back, something I had forgotten. It was clear that the Greek knew more than she was saying. What about me? I remembered less than I wanted to remember.
Good morning, Neapolitans. It's another beautiful day, even if it's raining. Remember that we must always be happy, Naples?
That's how life works. You stumble upon things sometimes.
But you lose.
What led you to search for her? Objects persist, dreams linger, and remnants stay behind forever.
They're always the ones you never understood. He.
Dream is like a movie that someone once filmed. We merely replay it unaware of its origin or creator, a puzzle piece fitting into unknown hands.
It's a vivid dream. Each time I close my eyes, MECRE begins. I inspect every detail closely. Then it slips away from memory, only for it to become crucial later. If this happens to be your very first time placing a call,
Never mind.
it's the last one. Speak softly. I've been sleeping for days.
And MECRE, they managed to steal a film, a completely useless and forgotten movie. It had no title, no recognizable actor, yet what it left behind was a single reel.
A Revox tape is akin to a poster, and though it's difficult to convey, you're depicted within the poster itself.
There are certain places that might appear closed for years, but they always open up specifically for you, even when you're unexpected.
It is.
Everything was forcefully taken, every single thing. Aside from this, a trailer, a Revox, and a poster. Observe closely, it's peculiar, don't miss it.
It's merely a tape imbued with layers of messages. Someone surely wants you to hear it and watch this movie regardless of anything.
If in your dream the self you see isn't you, then could the other observer be watching you from Naples? The city where the sun never sets, where the alleys sing and time stands still, and from today the mayor announces that movie extras will be hired to entertain tourists in the historic neighborhoods.
They say there are people who appear twice in the same day. They greet you once and again later, as though they cannot recall ever meeting you earlier.
Didn't you just pass by earlier while you rushed over to Vittorio to grab a toy?
Perhaps you left something behind, came back by, and decided to bring along your toys, too.
Giuseppina had seen me, Vittorio had spoken to me, but I wasn't there, or at least I don't think I was there. Abraham Lincoln said he saw his own face reflected in a mirror, but it had two profiles. One paler than the other, he too took it as an omen. The other smokes like me, walks like me, smiles like I never did. It is identical, yet it is not. The ghostly double looks like you, but it's not you. It has a detail out of place, a gesture you would never make, a look that doesn't belong to you. It is the possibility that you did not choose the shadow which walks next to your body. The ghostly double is what remains of our lives. Perhaps he lives without us knowing, our possible lives, past lives, future lives, other rebirths. Or is it simply a way to try to put back together what has been shattered forever? Why did I tell you about the ghost double? Once a colleague of mine told me that she saw me stopped at a traffic light, said she called me and then scolded me for not even turning around. But whoever that was wasn't me. I was out of Naples that evening. I told her that she had most likely seen my ghostly double. She had no idea what I was talking about. It's not often that I sit down at a table without having anything to ask. And yet, there was something strange about this morning, a calm that seemed more fragile than the wind. She smiled as if she knew me already, or as if she knew we would never see each other again. The sea was still, and for a moment I thought I was too.
You know, I changed 3 times this morning. I wanted to feel, I don't know, but maybe it's silly.
It doesn't seem silly, and you chose well anyway.
You always wear a dark jacket and smoke a pipe.
They're the marks that make me seem reliable.
Have you ever thought that some people only come into your life for a moment?
Maybe, but sometimes that brief moment suffices.
Do you want a photo, a Polaroid, a beautiful memory of the moment?
Yeah, come on, let's do it.
A moment that lasts forever, why not?
Look at each other and smile.
To know first those that will be good memories and those that won't.
Objects in dreams are never just things. They hold what we don't want or can't remember.
There are places that seem frozen in time, and people who lock themselves in there for fear of dying. Are you working on something new?
I can't show you, not yet.
I'm confused.
These aren't just toys, they're fetishes. They hold what's left of us.
I don't understand.
Is that better?
All right, it forever happens this way with you, so I'm leaving for the bar now. There was a devastating explosion, setting the toy store ablaze, leaving it utterly destroyed, strewn with ashes and smoldering embers. I searched exhaustively for him, but he was nowhere to be found. His body vanished completely, leaving behind an elusive mystery I couldn't escape from.
These aren't merely ordinary toys, they're sacred relics, encapsulating the remnants of our essence.
Though people may vanish from existence, their aspirations persist, encapsulated within enigmatic forms we may never decipher. Maybe it's time to figure out who I'm really looking for. Never cease your search. You might embody the essence of his subconscious aspirations.